What do you want? Any change in you, or how many of you got up early morning? Wonderful. Did you tell what happened in the class to your parents yesterday?
Yes.
You are happy?
Yes.
All of them listen to you.
Yes.
How much mark you will get now? 10 out of 10?
Yes.
Great. So you think you can do well?
Yes.
Board exams?
Yes.
How many of you will get 90 above in all subjects? Don't look left and right. Tell you also. You don't get? No? Good. Wonderful. So what do you want? Knowledge? Okay. Shall I give you 2025 next year? The whole calendar will be with you by heart. You want that?
Yes.
Because this is October, November, December, only 2 months, right?
Yes.
No point in learning. But next year calendar I can give you. Write down January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Write down January, February, March. Then little gap. April, May, June. Little gap. July, August, because 4 quarters, right? 4 quarters of the year. Then what you should do is, for January, write a number, January dash 2. What is the code number for January? 2. February 5. March 5. April 1. May 3. June 6. July 1. August 4. September 0. October 2. November 5. December 0. You got 12 numbers with you, right? Calendar is over. Now what you do is, say August 15th, 2025. Date is 15. So write 15. August 15. What is calendar? Calendar is when the date is given, you will know the day. Right? Is calendar useful for someone who do not know which is the year? I must know year, I must know the month, and I must either know the date or the day, not Sunday, Monday, but third Sunday. Then I can find, right? So calendar is useful only when you have little knowledge. Education is also like that. I have little knowledge, then I can increase it. If you don't have little knowledge, whatever somebody says becomes like a calendar without knowing the year in front of you. Got it? So now August 15th, 2025. You want to know which day because that's a holiday, right? So what is the code for August? 15 plus 4. 19. In a week there are 7 days. Okay. In mathematics there is a formula called modulo 7. Modulo 7 means when you divide by 7, what is the remainder? That number is called modulo. So 19 is the number. Divide by 7. What is the remainder? I am not worried about the multiple. 5. Now you make another column. 0 is Sunday, 1 is Monday, 2 is Tuesday, 3 Wednesday, 4 Thursday, 5 6. So what is the remainder you got? It's a Friday. So you learn 12 numbers and easy to remember the numbers. 3, 3, 3, 3. So what is the code for 2025? January, February, March. Read once. No, if you read like that, you will not be able to remember. The best method to remember is the first 3, next 3. That's why I asked you to write like that. So what is the number? Keep it. Calendar is simple. And next year you do the 2026 also you can do it. What am I doing? These codes are generated by looking at the calendar. I just looked at the calendar. Which number is to be added for the first Sunday to make it 7. That's how I created the code. Okay. So the first Sunday in August happens to be 2. Date 2. So add 5, the code is 5. That's why. If it is 6, make code as 1, so that becomes 7. So when I divide by 7, remainder becomes 0. So that is how the code is created. When I was in 7th class, I created codes like this for 100 years and then found a pattern there. Very easy to remember the whole 100 years. We have a small sheet of paper, the 100-year calendar is with. This is how the programming is also done. Okay, and now you compute back all that what you have the calendars of the whole world, any point, any time, we can get. Why do I say world? Because here it is Tuesday, but in America now it is Monday. Got it? So the date change happens when the Greenwich meridian. Do you know that India had a Greenwich meridian? Original Greenwich is in which country? UK. That is why we say east and west. 0 latitude, east and west. But India had a Greenwich meridian much before the original Greenwich started. Which is the center of India? Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh, Panna, NMDC, there is an office. Okay, and that goes very close to one of the major tourist centers of India. Which is that? Anybody who has got a dance poster, take a picture, go to that place, look at, you will see a statue there in that pose. Nobody could do a dance poster, hands, eyes, legs, twist in whatever style you want. Take a picture, you will see a statue there. Which is that place? With full of statues. Anybody? Center of India, Madhya Pradesh, one of the most attracted tourist center. There are no statues in Bhopal. Only tragedy was there. Carbon tragedy. Khajuraho. Heard this? Today you go and Google Khajuraho. Beautiful place. And when you enter Khajuraho, there is a big temple complex. When you enter Khajuraho, there is a small board which says the original name of this place is Vatsyapura. Vatsyapura. Vatsyayan was a great Maharshi. Vatsyapura. He belongs to that place. One of his most famous textbooks in the world is Kama Sutra. And Bharat had Lanka also part of Bharat. Right? So now you should do another exercise. Go home, go to Google Map, type Lanka, and then type Khajuraho. You will see it is on straight line. And that line ends in Kailas. So Lanka, Ravana's place, and his guru was there, and center of India, same line. Okay. Lanka, Vatsyapura, Lanka, Vatsyapura. These two places you put a stick and put a thread, and that thread is called Deshandara Vidayini. That was called east and west of the world. That is how Greenwich Meridian, right? Lanka Vatsyapura Vandi Sthaneshwara Suralaya. Sthaneshwara Suralaya. Sura means thread. Put two stick, put a thread. East and west will Deshandara Vidayini. Imagine how they could. Now today we have map. Earlier people were living in small places. How they could visualize the whole world and then see that there is a east and west. So what is important for learning? Visualization. Yesterday I was telling you atom. How do you visualize atom? Jalandhara. See, when I say if you don't write, it is nice to hear but you will forget. But if you know, if you just write, you may not be able to write the full word. But Jalandhara, when you put dash dash dash, sure you can go and Google Jalandhara, DrTPS, you will see the full sloka. Most of them. If it is not there, you could send me a WhatsApp saying Jalandhara, what is the balance? Fine. Jalandhara Gade Bhanau. So you have to visualize. When I say Jalandhara, Jalam, water, Andhara, inside. When you, why am I saying this? None of your textbook is much difficult than this. Because you understand English, right? But what do? You finish reading. Don't finish reading. Read slowly. Visualize in between. Understand it. Then only once you have to read. Otherwise what are you doing? You finished reading, again finished reading, again finished reading, but never finished learning. What is important? Reading is important or learning? Only once. Good enough. There may be differences. What I am chanting may not be the right one. But I know the content, so I make it and then say this is the slogan. Because the meaning I understand, right? So sometimes somebody will say, hey, that is not, I said, doesn't matter. Content is more important than the words. Okay? Jalandhara Gade Bhanau Yat Sushmam Drishyate Rajaha. Now you know what is Rajaha. That small particle, the thickness of your hair. Tasya Trimshatamo Bhagaha. Divide that into 300 pieces. Then what we get is atom. It is almost 10 power minus 13. Invisible. Nobody can see through us. But you can visualize. So what you cannot see, you can visualize. And that is what is research and scientist does. What is scientist's job? Visualize. and that is called darshanam. What is the word? Who has got sudarshanam? Whose weapon is sudarshanam? Vishnu, right? So what is sudarshanam? Good philosophy. Darshana Shastra is philosophy. Sudarshanam is good philosophy. That is by everyone, either you are mathematics or physics or whatever language you are doing. When you get a PhD, the degree is called a Doctor of Philosophy. You have that darshanam, ability to visualize what is next. So all of you should have this darshanam. Why are you reading today? Why are you studying? I don't know among you who is going to be the leaders of tomorrow. Any one of you can. I don't know who is going to be the best judge. Any one of you can be. I don't know who is going to be the best administrator. Who is going to be the best actor, actress. Who is going to be the best writer. That is why up to the lower education, you are all in the lower education, up to the schooling, every subject is given to you. When I teach maths, I believe all 40 children in front of me are going to be mathematicians tomorrow. But I am not sure all of you are going to be or not. But at least some of you will select for +1, +2 maths. So what is my expectation there? You are going to be graduates in mathematics. When I teach in graduates, what is my expectation? All of you are going to go for post-graduation, MSc in mathematics. Then I expect when I teach in maths, MSc, you are going to be PhD in maths. And out of 1000, only 7 becomes PhDs. So why are we learning all these subjects? Most of the people ask, why are we learning the sin theta, cos theta and all useless? My expectation is tomorrow you are going to use it. The satellite rocket, when it goes, I need to know sin theta and cos theta. Got it? A satellite which weighs 1000 kg goes around the earth taking circumambulation. Moon takes circumambulation only 15 days. That is the natural satellite. What we are sending, 1.5 hours it goes around the earth. You know the speed in which it goes? Much faster than any vehicle on the earth. 20,000 km per hour. The earth is a spheroid. No. Mathematical form of earth is spheroid. Earth is not round. Earth is not egg shape. Earth has, is it earth shape? Egg shape? No. Are you getting? What you should do is, I will give you a small science exhibition. When you conduct, you can do maths, geography, everything connected. You will get 1 feet steel scale which will have hole in one side. Have you seen this? You buy 4 of them. Don't buy Indian scale, buy Chinese scale. Why? It is flexible, not very strong. They make it cheap items, right? India makes strong items. That is why it is cheaper. Buy only Chinese scale, 4 of them. And keep one over the other. Wherever hole is there, hit with a nail so the other part also can get a hole. Indian scale you cannot hit with a nail. It will not pierce. So both sides you got holes. Buy a nut and bolt. Put all the scales together. Then what you are getting? A square. Wonderful. What is the length of a side? 1 meter. 1 feet. Right? So what is the perimeter of a... Are you seeing it or not now? Now what you do is, try to pass it on your board. 1 feet by 1 feet is enough. Will it go? Now what you do is, just flip it once. Are you visualizing it now? Just flip it. Once you flip it, what will happen? It become a circle. Because you connected all the sides with the nut and bolt, right? Are you seeing it? The square, just flip it, it will become a circle. Will it pass through you?
Yes.
Maybe some people who are lean, it will go. But not all of us. But what you do is, little stretch it and make an ellipse. Then it will pass. Understood? And how a circle becomes an ellipse? So instead of the two nut and bolt, you pass a string. And along the string, you rotate it. Once you rotate, you know what will happen? At the equator, it will get enlarged. At the pole, it will get pressed. That is how the earth shape is like this. At the poles, it gets pressed, and at the equator, it goes expanded. Have you seen how the pots are made? When they rotate it, automatically it expands. And they press on both sides. That is why the pot has got that shape. So earth is that shape. But it is not spheroid, but it has got Everest, which is like a bump. And around the sea, when you see, inside the sea there are a lot of rivers flowing. So it has got ups and bumps and valleys. So what is the shape of earth? You can draw whatever style you want and say this is earth. Nobody can tell you it's wrong. Understood? When you say, yeah, I was drawing earth according to Indian Everest. That is why it has a bump there. Understood? So everyone in the world has drawn different earth shape, and when India draws, it is called Everest ellipsoid. What is it called?
Everest ellipsoid.
American people will draw in a different style. They will get American ellipsoid. Everyone's shape is different. Are you getting? So when you get this whole earth into that shape, do you think the gravity is one and the same? No. Earth is revolving and rotating like this. Sometimes with the gravity it will change. That is why the waves in the sea. And all these are not connected plates. It has unstitched plate. They are all because of gravity it is getting attracted. There is a beautiful question. Assume that some place in America is died exactly the other side of the earth. So I will make a big well and then reach the center of earth, still dig it. Where do I reach? The other side of the earth. Okay. Now do you think I can jump into the well and reach America? What will happen? The gravity, see, you are jumping, you will go to the center of the earth. You will not stay there. Because of the speed in which it goes, you will reach the other side of the earth. Assume the well is here in America. You will bump up, and what will happen when you reach there? Gravity will pull you down, you will go down, and you will start swinging from India to America like this. And it will never stop. That is how the simple pendulum. Have you seen the simple pendulum? And then afterwards what will happen? Afterwards, when the speed reduces, simple pendulum, when it operates like this, after some time it will go and stop the center of. So after some time you will reach the center of earth, but you will never reach the other side of the. Now you have learned simple pendulum, but did you learn this all the time? Think about it. No. Now you go and Google, YouTube. Dig a well and then get into America, will you reach? You will see that beautiful visualization. See, somebody taught us simple pendulum, but somebody else thought about what will happen like this. Your knowledge is not to stop where you learn, your knowledge is to think beyond. Now this earth we are putting in the solar system, and in the solar system we are putting another satellite which goes around it. Why is it going around it? Because the weight of the satellite will decide which height it will stay and how many times it will go. No energy required. Why? Because there are other planets pulling it. And that gravity is called the capital G, universal gravity. Who taught all this? The circulation, orbit, how many times it will go. All these are told by a great scientist called Kepler. You heard of this name? Kepler. So Kepler determines the orbital mechanics. The subject is called orbital mechanics. We all satellites related research scientists in Department of Space have to learn Kepler's law. Our life is not Newton's law. Life is always Kepler's law. Every day we come into this Kepler's law, Kepler's rule. That is under the name of Kepler. But we had scientists who wrote this long back. Maybe 2000 years back Kepler has taken birth. What is gravity called? Akrishti. Gravity is Akarshanam. Akarshanam is attraction. Akrishti Shaktistu Mahitaya Yat Ghastvam Swa Abhimukham. What is attraction? Swa Abhimukham. I can pull. Every planet to pull each other, and therefore it is on the space, and that is why it is not falling. Why moon is not falling? Why satellite is not falling? Because so many things are getting attracted to each other. Are you getting? So we had great khajana of Indian knowledge. Many people have not studied this. Now new government decided, we all studied this 20-30 years back with a little interest here. Now it has become part of IIT. Every student who goes to engineering in IIT, maybe tomorrow medicine also will come. Because we have Sushudan, Chalakan, all these will become part of learning. Got it? So your interest should be, you are all blessed to be in an institute where the Indian knowledge is part of your learning. Not everybody. See, I have been to different parts of the world, different parts of India. I am chanting some Sanskrit sloka. No? If I do this in Goa, last month I was there in Goa, one of the schools for 10th class students. They won't even repeat it because they never learned such slokas. Are you getting? So you have the Indian knowledge system in you, deep rooted. But now what you should do? That learning was possible for the great saints because they visualize, they look at it carefully, read between lines. What is it called? Don't read the line, read between lines. Now a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. Did you ask why? Now you write a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. You can also derive it. A minus b multiply a plus b multiplied by a minus b. Together you will get a square minus b square. But what is the purpose of learning this? Why do you learn this? Did you ask? Always keep asking, why am I learning this? To whom? To your teachers. Otherwise Google. And if you don't get answers, 950203887. I'll be very glad if I get a question where I don't have answers, so that I can learn, right? That's how I learn. I've got brilliant students who used to ask a lot of questions, and most of the time I don't know. So I'll tell you tomorrow, I'll tell you. And I have my sources. If I ask this, they will answer. If I ask this, they will answer. So what is the purpose? I asked you, but you did not answer. Did you ask me? I want children who will say, tell me now what is the answer. Not interested. You are not asking. See, I am telling you that there is a purpose and you are not able to answer. Immediate response. What is that you want? That is lacking in. You should immediately ask, why am I learning this? Why are you learning? Why are you keeping quiet? When you don't know, what you should do? Should I don't know, I want to know. That should be the response, not keeping quiet. The problem is, you go late back to your home, the parents will ask, why are you late? That is not the answer, right? What you should do? Answer. What is your age? Yesterday onwards your age is 10 plus 10. What is your age? On the 10th class, what is your age? 25. So how do you answer? You will keep quiet or you will answer it? Be bold. Be bold. So tell me, what is the use of A minus B into A plus B? I don't know is not the answer. Immediately what you should ask?
Can be used to derive other formulas.
54 multiply 46. 54 multiply 46. 24? How did you get? You multiplied. What did they ask? 50 plus 4, 50 minus 4. 50 plus 4, 50 minus 4. A minus B into A plus B. So what is the formula? A square minus B square. So it is 50 square minus 4 square. What is 50 square? 2500 minus 16. 2486. Are you getting what I am saying? Why are you learning A minus B into A plus B is equal to A square minus B square? Use it in your formula. You never used it. You only wrote for exam and you got good marks and you say all these maths is useless. All these maths is useless because you don't know where to use it. It's not your problem. 23 square. Very easy, 20 plus 3 whole square. So 20 square plus 2ab plus lot of shortcut multiplication, addition, all that is possible. Now all of you write 5 square 25, 15 square, 25 square, 35 square, 45 square. You will see a pattern there. 25 is common. The other number is Ekadikena Purvena. Ekadikena Purvena. 4, 5 whole square. 25 you write. You take 4. Next number is 5. 4 into 5, 20, 25. 2025 is the answer. Now don't tell me, oh, this is only useful for 25. Very simple. You have 24 into 25. What is 24 into 25? 25 into 25 is 625. 1 minus 25 will give you 24 into 25. 24 times 25 is what I am asking. So you know 25 times 25 minus 25, so 600. That is logic. So what is learning? Learning is logic. And how do you learn logic? Asking questions. Who can you ask questions? Even Brahma you can ask questions. Yukti yuktam upadeyam. Upadeyam vachanam balakadapi. If a small child comes and tells you, tell me why, and you are wrong. If somebody tells you are wrong, Yeah. Tell me, why am I wrong? Explain to me. Either you get convinced or convince the other person. Understood? What is Bharatiya style? Don't believe everything what somebody says. No. Yukti yukta upadeyam vachanam badhakatapi anyatra navavatyajyam apyukta brahmakadapi. Don't even give the value of a small grass leaf which is on the waste place, right? You just hit with the leg. Don't. Even Brahma comes and says, consider it as a small grass leaf which is on the roadside. That value only you give. Ask questions. Every point. So between you at least you should have this ability to ask questions, explain, learn. That was the whole purpose of yesterday's class. I tell you, I have gone to many schools. Generally it takes 5 days for people to get over here. I am so happy one day my 12th class children became so great. Love you all. Really great. Wonderful. Otherwise I was here only for 12th class for next 4 days, 5 days. I thought anyway I have to spend time with 10th class children. Right? If they are also good, I will run away tomorrow. Back to Hyderabad. I was telling, book my ticket early, I will go back. I am not required for your school. But some places I go second time, third time, push them. You are all good. But I don't know how many of you have made a question paper and distributed to your friends. Started working? Do that every day. Challenge your friends and give it to someone whom you think they cannot answer. And make the question paper tougher and tougher and tougher. But write all exams possible in the world. Don't say where I have to get admission. Apply everywhere and get admissions everywhere. See, I told you I changed during my graduation and we have 30 children and we applied in all the colleges and universities for masters. And it was a great fun going to different colleges. Those days they will put in the notice board, admitted people, and we saw all 15 of us in the first list. Every college we were in the first. And we said, we don't want to join here, Tata Baba, you take, others can take the seat. And we went from universities to universities to universities to apply, just to check where are we standing in that. Today it is very simple, it is available on the internet. Those days no internet. Physically we have to go and see the college, where we stand. So we applied everywhere, they gave admission, we said we don't want to join you. We rejected most of them. I have children, students who are with me, after BTech, they got 37 companies appointment order. They put all the appointment order, they go for interview for a job. And they will tell you that you will get 50,000 rupees. Already I am getting 60 from other company. And they will say, yeah, we will give you 70. Yeah, but where are you going to post? You will get posted in Mysore. No, I want to get posted in Hyderabad, then only I will come. Can you imagine? You go to a company and tell you where you want to get job. And I have students, the whole project from Mysore shifted to Hyderabad just because the candidate says, I will join only if it is in Hyderabad. The project got shifted. That's a credit. You should have. I belong to that department where the Prime Minister wanted Saravali. You know Saravali, right? Yes. Saravali wanted to start ISRO, Department of Space. That time Nehru Prime Minister asked, okay, we will give you an office in Delhi. Saravali said, no, I want my office in Bangalore. Which is the center of India, capital city? Delhi. There is only one department. The headquarters is not in Delhi and is in Bangalore, is Department of Space. You know why? Saravali said, my office I will decide where I want, not the Prime Minister of India. Are you getting? We had another great scientist. You know who is the best scientist? Department of Space will stay on the top, look to the ground. Now there is another department, stand on the ground, look to the space. Which is that department? Astrophysics, astronomy. We stand on the ground, through telescope we see on the space. So you are going to have a space lab in the international school. Yesterday we went there to see that. Yesterday Mumtaz came, and Mumtaz is the person who is going to make that space lab for your school. She just came to meet me, but Anilji was so fast. He said we want the space lab. So yesterday we went, saw the place, almost finalized. It will happen in your school. Maybe before you leave the campus, you will get a space lab. Probably the whole area that is going to be the first space lab. But you are all lucky because you travel to Pune. You have a great telescope in Pune. And the best astrophysics center of India is in Pune. You know why? When Rajiv Gandhi became Prime Minister, he called the best astrophysics man in the world. I will not tell you the name, it's an assignment for you. He invited him back to India, originally an Indian. He would have become a Nobel laureate. Anybody has a guess? I attended his classes. Should I tell you or you will Google? Vasant Narlekar. And you know what happened? He said, Prime Minister told him, you tell me which IIT, your IASC, which institute in India you want the director post. I will give you that. Narlekar said, I don't want, I want little land. I will make my institute. Give me money. And he made his own lab in the Pune University campus, and that is the best center, not in India, the whole world. Narlekar. It's very close to your place. You are on state, right? You must know all this. What a great people we had. So when we teach you, what is that I am expecting? You have to become great scientist. My child at your age, I couldn't get somebody like this. There was nobody to motivate. Somebody asked me, who is your role model? I said, my role model is, you want to know who is my role model? Yes. DR, right, my role model is DrTPS. I never had any role model. I made myself a role model. Understood? But how did I make a role model? When I read Bhagavad Gita, I become Arjuna. When Krishna speaks, I become Krishna. When Sanjaya speaks, I become Sanjaya. And take a different role. Visualize it. Don't read just like that. Visualize every bit of it. So what is learning? Visualization. So every chapter, every paragraph, visualize, 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 and make it a drama. You will never forget. And tell that to your friend, I visualized like this. Your friend will say, I visualized like this. Start debating, discussing. Acharyat Padamadate Padam Shishya Somethaya Padam Sa Brahmacharibhya Padam Kalakramena Cha. Later you will get knowledge. So how much mark? If examination is very strict, how much marks you will get maximum? 75%. So anybody who gets 75% is a bright student. So I don't expect 90%. How much? 75. How to get 75? Create question paper, learn yourself, discuss. Brahmacharibhya means discuss with your friends. Understood? So you should have no friends for all of you from today onwards. You have only maths friends, chemistry friends, physics friends, commerce friends, economics friends. I have this student as my chemistry friend. I have this student as my mathematics friend. Are you getting? Between them only discussion should be maths. Yesterday I asked you a question. What is that you discussed before reaching to this class for last 5 hours? What is that you were thinking? Today I will ask you the same question. Tomorrow I may not be there to ask you, but you should ask yourself from morning till now, what is that I was thinking? Then you should have answer saying, I thought about maths, I thought about physics, I thought about different subjects. Are you getting? When you travel in the bus, if you are thinking what is there around the place when you travel, every one on the road, the layman, casual laborers, those who don't have any other job, no thoughts of study, they will also think in the same style as you are thinking, you will also become like that tomorrow. But if you start raising your thoughts to higher and higher, you will become that. Getting? Good enough? Advice is good enough. Now ask me questions if you want.